listening to Sports Talk 916 with Greg Bull and Coach Greg Veroza.
If you'd like to participate in the show, there are a couple of ways to do it. If you want to contact us on Twitter, use the show's Twitter address, which is at SportsTalk916. For Greg B, go to at Mr. Chief 916. And for me, Coach Greg, it's at Greg Veroza. And Veroza is Varozza. And if you want to chat live with us, the best place to go is go to the Mixler page and hit chat. There you'll see all of us chatting together as the show goes on. I'm just trying to get over this chair making all kinds of noise. Hello, hi, how are you? It's Sunday, whatever date it is, whatever show number it is, season 5, episode 3. Thank you. I am one of the two-headed Gregs that makes up the monster that's known as Sports Talk 916. I'm Coach Greg V. Greg Veroza. Over there's my buddy, Mr. Chief, Greg Bull.
How's it going?
There's something about you that's different. Just something about you. I can't place it.
Wait, hold on. Now is it there?
No, that's not it. No, something else. Something.
I know you're going with this. I'm like, wait, what the fuck are you talking about?
You, dude, look like a homeowner.
I am, and thank you for your help with that process.
Not a problem.
Not
a problem at all.
Been a nice little journey.
Yeah, it was fun.
And now all the stuff we say nice about you on the show is even more true because now it's
I thought you were going to say all the nice stuff you say about me. We can stop because we got our house.
Yeah, now that I have my house, I don't even. Hey, breaking news! This is your last show. Sunday, September 25th. What?
That's today's date.
Oh, I'm like, what? Happy birthday to my good buddy Ryan, my friend since 3 years old. He doesn't listen, but I'm going to say happy birthday to him anyways.
Well, my dad, it would have been my dad's 96th birthday on Thursday. So happy birthday, Pops.
Oh, wow. TJ said he needs to get him a house. So TJ, I have a really good guy you should call. You know, you've probably heard it a few times on the show, but we'll definitely get you in touch with the right guy.
Hit me up, TJ.
And tell him Sports Talk 916 sent you.
He'll help you out even more.
There you go. So, so let's do our normal. It got cut off. Apparently, we'll do our normal. How was your week?
It was good. It was busy. The last week or so of any real estate deal is always a little tricky and always makes things a little hectic. So I had 2 close this week, so it's been a little hectic and
nice.
got a new little toy.
Yeah, so did I.
Are we going to recap that later on, or?
Well, that kind of falls into the week. So, What day was that? That was
Wednesday, Thursday.
Thursday. It was my Monday.
So here's my Thursday. I get to the office, turn on my computer, and I get the option of you can start or you can start an update. And I thought, oh well, let's just update it. 45 minutes later, it's 35% done.
Sounds about right.
I'm like, fuck me.
And that's not even a Mac, right?
No.
Yeah.
That was Windows 10 updating, which is a whole nother...
Whoops.
I was already on Windows 10. This was the update to the Windows 10. Yeah, exactly. So I thought, I need to get the hell out of here. Let this thing finish. I couldn't do anything at work, so I started driving around and found myself at the AT&T store.
Hold on. First, you get a phone call from me.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And I go, hey.
No. Let me tell a story. I'm at the AT&T store in Folsom.
That's what it was. Okay, yeah.
That's what it was.
A little bit ahead of myself.
Go in. By any chance, do you have any iPhone 7s? He goes, not a one. I went, shit. So I know. So I go over to Best Buy. Do you happen to have any iPhone 7s? We have a couple. One in rose gold and pink.
You're just setting me up for all the sad sounds.
So I'm thinking, shit, okay, maybe my computer's
Done.
updated.
Yeah.
So I'll go back to the office and I'll get some work done. And I literally walked out of the Best Buy store, got in the car, and was getting ready to turn on Iron Point Road, and I get a phone call.
That's right. And I go, hey, have you decided what iPhone you're going with yet?
We had this debate going back and forth for, about a week? Whether we were going to go the iPhone or iPhone S.
The iPhone or iPhone Plus.
Plus.
And, because I had the Galaxy S7 Edge, which is the same screen size as the iPhone Plus, and I really enjoyed it, and everything looked great on it. And then I'm like, but, at the gym, it's kind of a pain in the ass, and I find myself to be on my phone too much. And
when did you say there's one time in particular that you liked using it?
Yeah, when I'm watching porn on the toilet.
There you go.
Wait, what? No, on the toilet or watching porn. There's two different variations.
Okay.
No, but
don't combine those two. That's kind of
that's kind of gross. My phone's on eBay. My S7 Edge is on eBay, and I'm selling it. And the auction was set to close like that afternoon, and I'm like, damn, well, whatever. And it's my Monday, so I'm kind of going through the motions, and I'm clicking around on the internet, and I decide I'm going to call the AT&T authorized retailer, who are essentially worthless to anybody except if you want to pay a bill.
Yeah.
Or you need like a charging cable.
Right.
So
not even that, you can get those anywhere.
Yeah, so I call them and I'm like, hey, do you guys have any iPhones in stock? Any 7s in stock? And the guy's like, yeah, I got all of them except for the jet black in the 7, not the 7 Pluses. And I'm like, huh. Okay, maybe he didn't hear me right. Well, whatever. So I call you and I'm like, hey, have you decided what you want yet? And you're like, no. Well, I'm like, well, if you go to the AT&T store by CalFit, they have them, whatever. So we both mosey on in.
So I made a quick U-turn. Literally, I was on Iron Point Road, leaving from Best Buy to go back to my office, which not even a half a mile. Flipped a U-turn, got on the freeway, and by the time we were done talking, I was at like Folsom Boulevard exit.
And this guy goes, oh, well, I'm just going to go get one. And I'm like, you son of a bitch. My auction's not done till like 1. And I'm like, well, I have the money. I'll just float it, whatever. So I go in there and I get mine.
You beat me there.
I did. I got mine. You got yours. So now, Mike, you can stop freaking out about the fact that Greg was...
I've always been an iPhone guy.
And all except for this one little time. But yeah, so we're both on the iPhone 7. It's awesome. It's a lot of fun. It's fast. It's cool.
I found the best part today, and that's I had just horrible luck with battery life on the 6 even. So today I'm plugged in at about probably about 8:30 or so. Did the usual Sunday thing of laying my fat ass on the couch and not moving.
Right.
And checking it every 10 minutes to see what my fantasy teams had done.
Wait, you make it 10 minutes?
Yeah, no.
I'm watching Red Zone, and every time they show the game I have a player, I'm like scrolling. I'm like, come on, refresh. And I had reason today. Like, my teams were kicking some serious ass today.
So by 7 o'clock, it had gone down to 20% without a charge. I didn't have it plugged in all day, which with my 6... I would have had to plug it in
twice.
At 1 o'clock. I would have had to recharge the whole thing. So.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. And then like you have the little drawing ability and the text messaging, and that's
an iOS thing now. That's not the phone.
Yeah,
thing.
that's an iOS. But like I haven't had iOS for a while. But so there was that cool thing. And then so Mike, like I said, you can stop freaking out. We're back on iPhone, or I'm back on iPhone. Another good thing is if you remember, whenever I did any kind of audio interview with my phone, the connection was always terrible. It would kind of like bottom out in a way. I tried it the other day with the new Lightning connector adapter. So for all you fuckers that are like, oh my god, the headphones are wireless, it works
fine.
And the audio sounds great. So
I use mine with my headphones at work, and I have a headset that I use when I'm on the phone at work, and it worked great.
Perfect.
So here's the other thing. I got a little bonus thing too. There's Mick Foley. Little bonus thing. So I get my phone and I did the whole $650 credit, paid mine off, and ended up with about a $300 credit, $350 credit on this phone. And he goes, if you buy a screen cover, Apple's offering a free mini iPad.
Really?
Or not a free mini iPad. He goes, but if you buy one, they're giving it for $99, but we have coupons. We'll give it to you for free.
What the fuck? He didn't offer me that?
So I walked out with a free iPad mini.
Motherfucker. Didn't offer me that. I might have to go back in there.
I'd go back in there. Tell them that.
Yeah, be like, hey, what the hell?
Yeah. So I got an iPad mini and an iPhone. $400 iPad mini for nothing. $44.
You had to pay tax. Is that what it was?
Oh yeah, it was like
$40.
$9.
Right.
$9.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back in there because that's some bullshit. So all of that aside, this morning if you woke up at a early hour or whenever you decide to roll out of bed, there was some pretty somber news rolling out of the Miami Marlins camp today. 24-year-old phenom, arguably probably a top 10 pitcher in the league,
easily,
if not top 7 maybe.
Easily. Rookie of the year 2 years ago, 2-time All-Star.
Cy Young contender, Jose Fernandez. And 2 others were killed in a boating accident this morning in Florida. Authorities found the boat upside down in the water at 3 a.m.
Nobody wearing life jackets.
And they said that they hit the jelly, they were calling it. I don't know what the hell that is. It's whatever the contraption that they hit that caused the boat to flip at full speed.
So my guess is somebody went out partying in Miami last night. In South
No
Beach.
drugs, no alcohol.
Really?
No contribution whatsoever.
Really?
Right.
I didn't hear that part of it.
Must have just been, hey, we're jamming around, whatever, and lost track of the fact that they were right by the shore. Done. Wow. And TMZ, being the scum fucking buckets they
I hate
are.
those fuckers.
Did you see the video?
No.
So TMZ puts up a video. It's like the jetty. Thank you, TJ. I don't know what the hell a jetty is, but that's what they were calling it.
Oh, jetty. That's like land.
Yeah. Yeah, they hit land.
Oh, shit.
So TMZ posts a video. It's like of the scene of the crime. Like they show like investigators. There's a fucking body laying on the pier. And their video is just like zooming in on it. I'm like, oh, that's great. No clue if it's his or not, but it's one of the 3 guys. His feet are sticking out of the tarp. They're not even fully covered. And it shows like the paramedics loading up on a bodyboard and like wrapping it in a tarp.
I hate those fuckers. I wish those guys would go away.
Things that need to go in 2017. TMZ. Jetty is a structure that projects from the land out onto the water.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. There was that. And then about 5:30 or so,
this one hurt.
News broke that the GOAT, the greatest golfer of all time, the greatest...
I wouldn't say the greatest golfer of all time.
He's the greatest, let's say, promoter or face of...
He was the face of golf. He was the face of golf.
And a delicious beverage of tea and lemonade.
Which...
we're drinking tonight, thanks to Mr. Rosa. Arnold Palmer passed away at the age of 87 today.
Yep.
In Pennsylvania. And just to think, if Arnie wasn't around, and you're sitting at a restaurant, you'd
be stuck with either iced tea or lemonade.
Or you'd have to go, can I have a half tea, half lemonade?
Yep.
No, I want an Arnold Palmer, damn it.
And the architect of probably the greatest Sports Center commercial of all time.
Which one was that?
Where they're sitting in the cafeteria and they're standing in line for food, and he walks up with a cup full of ice and goes, iced tea, lemonade. And I can't remember, one of the anchors turns around and goes, whoa, it's awesome.
I do remember that one.
Awesome.
That's great. TMZ is a bunch of mother fathers like Deadspin. They both suck.
Who's that?
The mother fathers. Come on now.
Could have been TJ.
The only thing I like from Deadspin is the Why Your Team Sucks feature they do before the NFL season. We'll get to that. Goddamn 49ers, you sons of bitches.
So much promise.
So, and that's what I want to get to, because that statement that you just made, so much promise, is so much bullshit. Oh. Dude, I'm going to write this down. 49ers promise equals dick. That's gonna remind me what we're fucking talking about. And the Major League Baseball playoff picture is is starting to shape up.
Dodgers clinched today. Thank
Dodgers
you.
clinched.
You're
the
welcome,
West.
Dodgers, from every Giants fan.
And it was Guerin who took the loss today, not Casilla. But I think Casilla screwed up, didn't he? Something happened. TJ will tell me.
I don't know. I didn't watch the game. I watched a little bit of the game.
So we'll get to that. It's looking like it's going to be the Mets and the Cardinals in the wild card. The Giants are pretty much floating in dead water. No pun intended. That was a terrible reference.
Oh.
God damn, rewind.
Well, at least you didn't say they're missing their putts, so their putts aren't lined up.
Right? They could have been tapped that one in. Just
too soon.
Just bad all around, man. Terrible
Unless
stuff.
you're a Raider fan.
Yeah, unless you're a Raider fan. So we'll get to that as well. There is something I wanted to talk about. It's on our website at sportstalk916.com. It's all over Facebook. And it was the kickoff to what I'm hoping will turn out to be a little bit of obstacle course racing week. It'll be a little bit, obviously, of an offshoot. I put up an article today about a young man by the name of Joel Chavez.
How old is he?
39. 39 years old. 2 years ago, I believe it was, he was diagnosed with, at the time, stage 2 colon cancer. It has since progressed to stage 4 colon cancer. And there's a really good article. I guess I shouldn't pat myself on the back that well. I don't know, how well it was.
It was good. I read it this morning too. It was a very good article.
A little bit of a tearjerker. A little bit of it leaves you just in awe about this guy. So he was not into fitness whatsoever.
No, he's a fat guy.
He was a fat guy with 2 kids, and he was diagnosed with colon cancer, and then he found fitness. And if you look at the pictures now, it's
the
unbelievable.
before and after pictures were amazing.
Amazing story.
What did he say? It was 145 pounds now?
Yes. No,
from 220 to 145, I thought.
Something like that. Yeah. And it's just remarkable. I mean, he goes through, a full workday, chemotherapy, still finds time for his kids and the gym. He's running the Spartan Beast in October 1st, next Saturday in Tahoe. Hopefully he gets the medical clearance this week from his doctors to do so. But just remarkable. So if you want to just be uplifted by determination and just true grit, go to our website and check that out.
A lot of times things like that bring out that toughness and grit and dedication and just the superhuman ability to do things. And it really shows the questions that you ask really brought that out in him. What's a trifecta? What's the trifecta?
So a trifecta in Spartan races, if you do a sprint, which is the 3 to 5 mile, a super, which is the 8 to 12 mile, and then the beast, which is a 13 mile to 17 mile in the same calendar year.
Oh, okay.
They consider that your trifecta.
Oh, okay. Do you get a special award for that? Or?
So each medal you do or each race you do, you get a wedge of a circle. So red, blue, and green represent the three colors. The red is the sprint, the beast is the green, and the blue is the super. And that they're magnetic and they clip together to make one big Spartan mask. I can show you when we go out in the living room when you leave. And then when you get your trifecta, you can buy like a holder that holds them all together, and it makes one big Spartan face.
Oh, cool.
And then for every trifecta you get in the calendar year, they give you a bigger medal that's a pre-made 3-quadrant circle, and on the back it'll say like 2 times trifecta, 3. Like when I do Seattle on the 22nd, assuming that I finish both races, I'll get my 2 times trifecta medal.
Oh, okay.
There's a guy that I know named Joe Forney. He's 65 years old. Last year he did 16 trifectas.
Oh, Jesus!
This year he's at 9.
So 16 times 3.
Times 3. Yeah,
that's a shitload of. That's 30. That's 48 races.
At least 48 races. I mean, he has a season pass, travels the country.
That's one every weekend almost.
And he's slow as shit.
Does he do one a weekend, or does he do more than one during a weekend?
He's done 3 in a weekend. He's done 2 in a weekend. He's done back-to-back days where he's done a beast on back-to-back days.
That's fucked
17 miles, 2 days in a row.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, he went to Hawaii 2 years in a row and did you could do your trifecta in Hawaii on the same weekend. He did that. I mean, he just goes slow. He calls himself the tortoise. He does his own little thing, and gets them done. It's pretty remarkable. So
wow.
Yeah, that's the kind of little behind the scenes. But as far as the week of OCR goes,
OCR,
obstacle course racing.
Okay.
What I'm hoping to do is I'm hoping tomorrow. We're waiting for final clearance from Spartan Race, but I've found via Facebook the lead course designer for Spartan races, and he's specifically in charge of designing the Beast in Tahoe next weekend.
So are these top secret going in, so you don't know what?
You know nothing going in. They might give some sneak peeks here and there, but pretty much the terrain, and everything like that is a mystery. Tahoe, they do know that there's going to be a Arctic swim. Last year,
you had me gone at Arctic swim.
Last year the water was 39 degrees.
Fuck that.
I'm probably going to end up skipping the swim. I'll just do the burpees because I don't do well in cold. My knees lock up, but we'll see how that goes.
How many burpees would you have to do?
60 if you skip the swim.
Oh, wow.
Every other penalty is 30, so they double it. But I'm trying to work on Steve Hammond to come on and kind of just give us a little bit of an insight to what goes into a build, what kind of motivation he has, knowing that
fucking people up.
On the course, everyone hates him, and then as they finish and get their medal, everyone loves him, and they love the challenge and the admiration there. So we're working on that, and then it's already confirmed after Tahoe, which is Saturday, currently number 3 ranked women's professional OCR racer, American Ninja Warrior, Team Spartan show participant, and just all around badass, Rose Wetzel. She's one of the pros.
Was she the one that dressed up as the Superwoman?
Yeah, Wonder Woman at the kid's birthday party. No. That's Jesse Graff. Anyways, Rose is gonna come on and she's gonna do an interview and kind of just give an idea of what it's like, the day to day to be a pro racer, and what Tahoe is like, and kind of get it from a different aspect. Like me, when we talk about Tahoe next week, it's going to be a lot of bitching and complaining and crying, and I'm just gonna fucking hate life. So we'll be able to hear from her on a different level of things, and she's like my kid's like idol.
I'm just looking her up to see what she looks like.
My kid's basic idol when it comes to Spartan races. Her and Amelia Boone.
Oh, I remember her. Is she the one that? She's not the one that is from like Houston and has a gym with her ex-boyfriend that is also a ninja dude?
No. She's from Seattle. Her husband was real sick and, had a motivation. Is like the motivation behind her. Let me see. Yeah. She's phenomenally in shape. So we're going to have her on and kind of give an insight, like I said, on the pro side of things. So that's the week leading up. There's also a few other people I may reach out to. Matt Davis runs obstacle racing media out of the East Coast. He can kind of give us an insight on different aspects of things, and we'll see whatever else happens there. But kind of just give a little bit of that offshoot of sports, a little bit of what I'm into.
I like it.
And kind of go from there. But it started off, like I said, with Joel Chavez on our blog on sportstalk916.com. Definitely give it a read. It's a little lengthy, but it's worth every minute it takes to read.
Yeah, no, it wasn't that long of a read. It took about 5 minutes.
Oh, okay. Well, I read slower apparently. So when we come back, we're going to go ahead and talk about the Raiders, who have improved to 2-1.
If you or anyone you know is thinking about buying, selling, or investing in real estate, they deserve to have someone working with them that not only knows what they're doing, but will explain everything that happens along the way. That person would be me, Coach Greg Veroza of Keller Williams Realty. I have 2 goals. My first goal is to coach you through the buying and selling process, making it easy to understand and as stress-free as possible, which isn't easy sometimes. My second goal is to have fun doing it. Come be a part of my team. Let me coach you or anyone you know through the real estate process. Give me a call at 916-241-8068, and let's talk about how I can coach you through the real estate process. Let me ask you one question. Who do you know that's looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate that I should know right now? Again, that's Greg Veroza, Keller Williams Realty, 916-241-8068.
Hey guys, Greg here.
And Sheena too.
We just wanted to take a minute of your time to tell you about this awesome local company who has helped us tremendously in the obstacle course racing world.
Seriously, we get banged up enough on these courses, and these products have saved us on many obstacles.
When Sheena and I were getting prepared for our first Spartan race last year, we found the original Warrior Pack and bought some of their gear. After a couple races, we loved their products so much, it was a no-brainer for us to join their race team.
Yeah, and we just completed another run at AT&T Park and finished blister-free thanks to their gloves. I wore the full-finger gloves and didn't even break a nail.
You are such a girl. Anyways, guys, go to originalwarriorpack.com and check out their stuff for all of your OCR needs. And don't forget to use code ST916 for 10% off all of your purchases. Again, that's www.originalwarriorpack.com. Pack is spelled P-A-K. for all of your OCR needs. And a quick note on the Warrior Pack. If you are running Tahoe and you do want gloves, compression sleeves, or compression calf sleeves, and you live in the Northern California area, or pretty much anywhere in the area that's going to be making the run to Tahoe,
Stop by here on your way.
No, I was. Well, that can be arranged if necessary. However, because I may be meeting with the owners of Warrior Pack on Friday, but the deadline to get a shipment out in time for Tahoe will be Tuesday. So get your orders in by Tuesday if you do decide that you need a last-minute order of gloves, whether it be full finger or otherwise, and make sure you get those in. So with that being said, let's talk about... the Oakland Raiders. So,
the
Raiders start out the game a little shaky. I mean, things look a little bit odd. They're starting to prove to be a little bit of a slow starting team. But the offense isn't anything to be concerned about. This offense is they move the ball well. Yeah. Latavius Murray's looking really good. Michael Crabtree's looking like the player that the Niners thought they were going to get from day one. Amari Cooper's a beast, and Derek Carr is really starting to prove that he is a franchise quarterback.
I was not real high on him to start off with, and I was skeptical, but I'm starting to buy into him a little bit more.
There was a play in the first quarter that he made today where he avoided like 3 sacks essentially, and then just heaves it down the field, and Crabtree's like just sitting there waiting. Like the fact that he still had the wherewithal to make the plays. I mean, Derek Carr is starting to look like the real deal for sure. But, the big concern with the Raiders has been their defense.
Which is really kind of surprising because we all thought in the beginning of the season, their defense is going to be good because they have that great front seven. And that's turned out not to be really the case.
Yeah, they've been shaky. They've been really just weak arm tackling. They've been making stupid penalties. It was almost like the way of the old Raiders. But, a lot of big things happened today. So the Raiders opened on offense with a 5-play, 60-yard scoring drive that lasted 1:31. The touchdown was the Raiders' offense was the first on an opening drive of the 2016 season and the first opening drive touchdown since December 6th of 2015.
Oh, shit.
The Raiders converted on their third 90-plus yard scoring drive of the season, an 8-play, 91-yard drive that lasted 3:44. And the defense forced 3 turnovers for the first time since week 4 of the 2015 season. The Raiders' 5 rushing touchdowns are now tied for the most in the NFL. Big game for Sebastian Janikowski. He became the NFL's all-time leader in field goals of 50 or more yards, 53 today, passing Jason Hansen when he made a 52-yarder in the second quarter to give the Raiders a 10-3 lead over the Titans. Janikowski's 52-yard field goal also moved him ahead of Ryan Longwell for 14th all-time in points scored. Janikowski now has over 500 field goal attempts in regular season and postseason combined.
Wow.
And that's a testament to just how shitty the Raiders were.
Oh, yeah.
He literally just kicked all the damn time. It's like why Andy Lee had so many damn amazing punting
But they
seasons.
were good, too. Both of them were great kickers.
Absolutely.
Still are.
Let's see. Derek Carr finished the day with 249 passing yards, 21 for 35, 60%, with a touchdown and 1 interception for a passer rating of 79.3. First interception of the season. First turnover of the season for Derek Carr happened today on that interception. Wow. It was his first interception in 137 passes to start the year. Amari Cooper recorded his 6th reception of 20-plus yards, second in the NFL in that category, and helped the Raiders to the first score of the game. Cooper finished the day with 4 catches for 62 yards. Crabtree recorded his 20th consecutive game with at least 3 receptions, dating back to his final game as a member of the 49ers in 2014. Crabtree registered his 9th career 100-yard game on a key 39-play late in the fourth quarter by hauling in an 11-yard pass, giving the offense the first down. His 100-plus yard performance is his 4th as a Raider and the first this season. Crabtree led all receivers in the game with 102 yards on 8 receptions, while also recording a long reception in the game of 31 yards. Latavius Murray capped the Raiders' opening drive of the game with a 22-yard touchdown, untouched, by the way. The Titans were just like, score. That's okay. We don't want to touch you. Murray scored a touchdown for the 3rd consecutive game in 2016, the first time he's done so in his 4th season with the Raiders. He finished the day 10 carries for 37 yards with the touchdown and 1 catch for a yard. And Seth Roberts had a scoring touchdown to give them a 17-3 lead with 40 seconds in the half. His 2 receiving touchdowns on the season leads all receivers for the team. And he had 2 catches for 27 yards with the 19. And let's see, their high defensive player, David Amerson, 5 tackles, 4 solo, and an interception. So the Niners, the Raiders are looking, they're looking really good. I mean, they kept Mariota in check. They did allow a 100-yard rusher out of DeMarco Murray, which is the first time the Titans have had a 100-yard rusher since Chris Johnson did it in 2013.
Wow.
Which is unbelievable.
But, DeMarco Murray getting 100 yards, that's not a surprise.
No, not at all.
It's taken him a little while to get up and running. He hadn't had, first 2 games weren't that good, but,
I'm just looking at my fantasy team today, and Michael Crabtree got me 28. DeMarco Murray got me 36.5.
Wow. You went Raider heavy, huh?
No, DeMarco Murray's a Titan.
Oh, I mean a Titan, yeah.
And then, Jarvis Landry got me 48, Odell Beckham 29. You're having a really good day when a running back and a wide receiver outscore your quarterback in our league. Aaron Rodgers, who had 4 touchdowns, only had 34 points.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So, he had 4 touchdowns and like 300 yards in the first half, and in the second half he was 2 for 5. I was like, can you throw the goddamn ball, please? But the Raiders do improve to 2001, first time to 2-1, the first time they've done that since 2001. And they, like I said, they're looking good. Jack Del Rio has this team playing really good football, and it's just going to be a matter of time before everything clicks, and you're going to see this team, I think, really turn the corner.
When they hired Del Rio, I thought that was a great hire. Every game that I see him coach, I'm thinking it's a better hire than it was.
Absolutely.
I think he's doing a great job. He's perfect for that team. He is as close to being a John Madden type of fit for the Raiders, a fit for the Raiders as anybody else, maybe except for Gruden has been.
Oh, I agree 100%.
Yeah.
And then, if you take it even, beyond that, you look at this team and you're like, these guys are a real contender for the West. And then Raider fans right now are on cloud 9. They're as happy as can be. And you know what? I'm happy for them because they've gone through a long period of just getting shit on. And it just goes the Raiders' way that their team is starting to play good. They have all this momentum, and you come in the offseason and they're like, oh, okay, things are looking really good. We're making a lot of progress. We have our coach. We made some good key acquisitions. Peyton Manning retires. Brock Osweiler leaves the division. The Chargers are a shit team. And then things start to come together and you start getting extremely excited. And then you look at Denver and they have this rookie quarterback up there who's just lighting the league up right now. And the Raider fans got to feel this just proverbial kick to the nuts. Because they're like, what do we have to do to be the favorite in this division?
They're 3rd right now.
Right. They're 3rd in the division. And with the way the Broncos are playing... Sorry, Gary Kubiak wanted to talk. With the way the Broncos are playing, even with the rookie quarterback, when you have Emmanuel Sanders and Demaryius Thomas, but you have that defense, the Raiders cannot leapfrog Denver right now. It's just not going to happen as far as contenders go for the West. And that is like the biggest punch to the gut for this Raiders team, especially for their fans, because it's like, what else do we need to do?
Yeah, it's amazing. It's, but it's all a process, and I think they'll get that much closer this year. My guess is they're going to sneak in. They're going to sneak in as the 5th or 6th seed and probably go out in the first round, but that's all right. Next year it's going to give them that much more confidence. I'll have another year in them, maybe a good draft this year. And I think there's good things ahead for Raider fans, unfortunately.
You know what? Like I said, they kind of deserve it. They've been shit on for so long. Let's go ahead and let's hear from Crandall's Cleaning Service and Corner Pub because we're going to talk about their boys here in a minute. And then when we come back, we're going to talk about the The other team from the Bay.
The 40s. They're not a full team.
They're the fourth. They're the fourth and Niners.
The fourth.
That's my fantasy team, and that's what we're calling them. So
Your fantasy team did better than they did today.
Fucking right, they did. We'll be right back.
Hey man, what's up with the studio? It looks so much cleaner than the last time. I know I haven't been here in a week or so, but what the hell happened?
You know, I just got tired of cleaning it myself, so I finally gave Crandall's Cleaning Service a call. They came out. Looks like this.
Damn, they did a good job.
Yeah, I mean, they're amazing. Fully licensed staff came out, gave me a quick estimate, knocked it out in a couple hours, and they're going to come back on a monthly service.
What are they going to do the rest of the house, or that couple hours just cover the office?
A couple hours cover the office. That's all I had them quote for. But they do whole houses, they do offices, they do home stagings, they do everything.
Cool.
Yeah, so I mean, if you want your house clean, give them a call, 916-952-3620. Ask for Nick. Let them know Sports Talk 916 sent you. Like I said, they'll come out. They'll give you a special quote. They'll do monthly, bi-weekly, weekly, whatever it is you need for all your cleaning needs. They're fully licensed and insured. They'll take care of you the right way.
Sweet. I'm calling tomorrow.
Awesome. Remember, that's Crandall's Cleaning Service, 916-952-3620.
What's up, everybody? We are Corner Pub Sports, every week talking sports, beer, and beyond. You can find us live 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern Time on wildfireradio.com or stream us on cornerpubsports.com. You can follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Corner Pub Sports.
We look forward to seeing you at the pub every Friday night.
Cheers, cheers, guys.
All right, we're back. Let's talk about the San Francisco 49ers. So
We have to.
yeah, it's going to be short because otherwise it's going to turn into a fucking huge diatribe for me because I'm sick of it. I'm literally fucking sick of it. Because here's the deal. We both predicted that the Niners were going to be bad.
Right.
Everyone on this fucking planet, except for people that have their heads so far up the 49ers organization's ass, predicted that this team was going to be bad. And then week 1 happens, and they fucking annihilate the Rams on every side of the ball.
Yep.
And then you're like, well, damn it, they might not be as bad as we thought. Maybe Kelly got these guys going. And then they go to Denver or they go to Carolina and they start playing good. And you're
They held their own against Carolina.
And you're like, fuck, until the end, and then they falter and crumble.
But that's all right. We knew that was going to happen.
And then today, you're like, well, maybe they have a chance. Russell Wilson's hurt.
I picked them to win.
So did I. Fucking Russell Wilson's hurt. Doug Baldwin's not supposed to play. Tyler Lockett's banged up. Thomas Rawls is out. They all fucking play except for Rawls.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson looks like he had a fucking leg transplant until they hurt him in the third quarter. But here's the deal. Here's what pisses me off. And you said the 49ers have promise.
Well, I said they showed promise.
They showed promise. So here's the deal. As a fan, I would much rather them come out and just shit the bed for 60 minutes instead of showing this false sense of promise. Because here's the deal. They don't have promise.
No, they don't.
They're not a good football team.
No, they're not.
But yet they figure out a way to destroy the Rams and then hang with the defending NFC champ or NFC. I'm like NL, NFC champs, and make it look like they might actually be getting close to figuring shit out. And then Seattle trounces them.
And Seattle looked horrible last week against the Rams. Yeah. They scored 3 points.
Yeah. You gotta figure this out. You either gotta be good or you gotta be bad. You cannot be a fucking seesaw.
No.
I'm so sick of it. The 49ers, their offense, Carlos Hyde and Curley, well, and Vance McDonald, but Vance McDonald got hurt today.
Right.
Are really the only bright spots in that whole damn offense. The defense looks good. The defense looks as good as you can expect them to look. You can't expect that defense to perform at a super high level because the offense can't stay on the goddamn field.
And that was demonstrated last week where they played really well for the first 2.5, 3 quarters, and then were on the field so much by the fourth quarter, just couldn't hang with Carolina anymore.
So the Niners got trounced today. I mean, if you look at the scoreboard, it's a lot closer than what the game actually was because there were some garbage time touchdowns by Carlos Hyde. But this Niners team is broken. They're absolutely broken.
They have been for a couple years.
Yeah, nothing's going to work. And there's actually 2 things in bingo or bullshit that we're about to get to right now that hurt me. One of them hurts me because I'm an Oregon Ducks fan. And the second one hurts me because I'm a logical human being. So we're going to jump right into that.
All right.
It is now time for bingo.
Was that a bingo?
Bingo! A bingo!
Bingo!
I've got a bingo!
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 Or bullshit.
Dude, the scarf with the wrestling tights and the t-shirt and the big spot in
That's
his
Chris Jericho, dude.
and the big spot on his ass. It looks like he took a shit in his wrestling tights.
That's Chris Jericho.
Not a good look.
It's awesome.
Didn't he kill somebody? Didn't he shoot somebody?
No.
Who was it that shot like his whole family?
That was Chris Benoit.
Oh, okay.
He killed his family and then hung himself.
Oh, okay.
Barn Bomb says Carlos Hyde was the only 49er highlight today. Heck, I knew that, and I was touring the Golden One Center.
Oh, I wanted to go to that.
Yeah, so did I. I tried to figure out in my head how I could have called out sick today to go with you, and I'm like, I just can't do it.
Yeah, I didn't even get out of it. I got a bonus bingo or bullshit. Real quick.
Okay.
Bingo or bullshit. Somebody has naked pictures of Jed York with Trent Baalke. That's why Trent Baalke gets to keep his job.
Bingo!
Okay.
Only explanation. All right, so here we go. Let's start with the one that hurts because I'm a Ducks fan. Chip Kelly said that his tempo on the 49ers offense has slowed down because the NFL offensive linemen cannot keep up with the pace of his system. So Greg Verosa, bingo or bullshit, it's not the linemen, it's just the fact that Kelly's system does not work in the NFL.
Well, I'm going to say bingo.
Bingo!
And I'm going to say it because the defenses are bigger and faster. What'd he say?
Damn it, Barn Bomb.
What now?
Naked pictures of Jed York? Bullshit. Well, bullshit.
He said shit?
No, he blanked it out.
Hi, this is Mike Barnbaum.
Mike, hold on. I'm going to turn the mics off for just a second here. This is behind the scenes.
Someone buy him lunch or dinner.
Barmum. Next week on the show, because we're not going to derail the show now, but next week we're going to set this up. It'll give you a week to practice. We'll buy you
something for dinner the opening night.
Verosa's going to be buying you dinner opening night because I won't be there.
Okay, whatever night that we go together, which will be the first couple of games, whatever night that you and I go to the game together, we'll buy Mike.
Oh, you're taking me to a game?
Yeah.
Oh, score.
You're going to pay for the ticket, but
What?
you think I'm going to pay for anything? Dude.
Don't you
just got a
have
house.
games?
You just got a house.
Yeah, but you have games, right? With 2 tickets for each game.
Yeah, but I paid for them. They're free.
Yeah, well, I'll give you half of what you paid. No, I'm just kidding. We'll figure it out.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, Barnbomb, we will buy you dinner.
You're a tax write-off.
Oh, yeah, we'll talk business.
We did.
There you go. Yeah. Where are they going with this? Mike. We will buy you like a hot dog or from one of the new food vendors. We'll buy you something that you want to eat at a Kings game. If next week on the show, we can get you to call in
and say George Carlin's 7 dirty little words on the radio.
Ooh. What are they?
I gotta remember. Shit, piss, cunt.
Fuck.
Shit, fuck, piss, cunt, tits, and something else. I forget what they are.
Mike, we'll even let you take
Hold
out
on.
the C word
Hold
because
on.
the C word, I mean, that shouldn't be said. But Mike, dinner's on us. If next week on the air we can get you to call in and swear, we'll let you pick of the 7. We'll let you pick 3 of the words. We won't even make you do all 7 of them. So keep that in mind, Mike. Bingo or bullshit, Greg, you're up.
No, I was going to find George Carlin's 7
We'll get him.
words. I'll get him. Bingo or bullshit? Tom Brady goes down. Jimmy Garoppolo steps up and kicks ass. Jimmy Garoppolo goes down. Jacoby Brissett kicks ass, does pretty good.
Right.
Bingo or bullshit? That takes away from Tom Brady's legacy as one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time because it's a system, not Tom Brady.
Bingo!
I was thinking about this the other day. This just shows that Bruce Belichick, Bill Belichick may arguably be the best head coach in the history of the NFL.
I wouldn't say that, but
Simply for the fact that he knows how to get the best out of his players, even if they're no-name guys.
well, there was another
system-
one that did that
Well,
too.
Walsh did that as
Yeah,
well.
Same idea.
But Belichick's system is flawless. It is literally if you have the ability to throw an accurate football, you can be a quarterback in the Patriots system. There's no way around that. And not only that, though, if you think about it, now the kid that's playing now, because I can't think of what his name is, you just said it.
Brissett.
Brissett or Garoppolo are now tradable pieces in the Patriots organization because Brady's still coming back. They don't need both of those guys to ride the bench behind Brady for however many years he plays. You just need one sustainable backup to learn from behind Brady and be the next, the heir to the throne. They're going to get a couple late round draft picks and they're going to turn those into superstar players because that's what the Patriots do.
Right.
It's awesome.
And I would probably say bullshit on the fact that I don't know that Brady's the greatest of all time. It might take away a little bit of his legacy, but do we take away Joe Montana's legacy because he played in Bill Walsh's system? Would Joe Montana be, here's a bonus, bingo or bullshit, would Joe Montana have been Joe Montana if he had been drafted by, I don't know, the LA Rams?
Well, we already know the answer because Joe Montana wasn't Joe Montana when he played for Kansas City.
No.
He wasn't the same Joe Montana.
Yeah, but he was past his prime though too.
Yeah, but if
the LA Rams or whoever you decide you want to say had drafted him out of Notre Dame, would Joe Montana have been considered the greatest of all time? And you'd have to say no. But I think that greatest of all time quarterbacks is also a function of the system and making the system play the best it possibly can. And it takes something special to win that big game. You could probably take a quarterback, Matt Castle went 11-5 one year, but they didn't make the playoffs. He didn't win the games that he had to win.
Here's the thing though. So where you have a little bit of a hole in that statement of he was past his prime. If you want to really get technical, Tom Brady's past his prime. He's not as mobile. He's getting older. He relies on a lot more of the running game now than he did to keep him from throwing the ball. So Tom Brady's past his prime and still performing at a prime level, whereas Joe Montana left that system that worked.
Well, Brady didn't leave a system. That's the thing.
Well, that's what I'm saying, though.
Yeah.
So that proves that even being past your prime, getting out of that system that works well, that Walsh did for Montana, showed that Montana was... I'm not saying he's a product of the system because that's not the right term for it, but for lack of a better term, he benefited from that system.
Yeah, and he was in the perfect system for Joe Montana.
Right.
And the thing was, who replaced Joe Montana?
Steve Young.
Was Steve Young when he played for Tampa?
Hell no.
He couldn't because he was flat on his ass the whole time. He wasn't Steve Young when he played for the LA Express, which was before you were even born, but I remember watching them on TV and all he did was get the ball snapped to him and then he'd just run around like a fucking banshee trying to keep from getting killed.
And it worked for him because that's Steve Young.
Yeah. So,
all right.
Anyway.
Bingo or bullshit? We'll stick with the 49ers. Bingo or bullshit? Colin Kaepernick will be the San Francisco 49ers starting quarterback following their bye week.
When's their bye week?
Week 7, I believe. I can pull it up right now.
Who's that in the car right there?
Huh? That's Ric Flair's daughter.
Is that Ric Flair in there with her?
Yeah.
Oh, she's hot.
She's not bad, but she's kind of got a weird shape to her.
Does she?
Yeah, she lacks ass.
She's got a little boy's body.
No, because she paid for the top half to be better than a boy's body, but she just lacks that. Their bye week's week 8. So they're home for the Cowboys next week. They're home for the Cardinals. They're at the Bills, and they're home for the Buccaneers.
Okay, so let's see. They're 1-2, 1-3, 1-4, 1-5.
The only winnable game I see in this is is at Buffalo.
They're not going to win on the road. They're not going to win a game on the road.
You know what? You're right.
My prediction was 2-14.
Right.
And after the first week, I thought, I'm thinking I'm going to be pretty damn close.
Yeah. So I mean,
and the question is, the answer to the question is bullshit. It'll be after week 5.
You think it'll be sooner?
Yep. I don't think he's either gonna get hurt or he's just gonna play so bad that they got to replace him.
So here's the week 5 may be accurate because here's the deal. They play Dallas at home tomorrow.
I mean next week.
Or next Sunday. And then they have the Thursday night game at home against Arizona. So they're not only are they going to get trounced, Dak Prescott's going to kill the Niners. That Niners offensive line is going to get destroyed by that Dallas front 7. And then they're on 4 days. On 4 days rest, they're going to play Arizona.
Is that a home?
It's a home game. So, I mean, at least they don't have to travel all the way to Arizona.
To get their asses kicked.
Yeah, they can stay home and sleep in their own bed when they die. But the thing is, it's like, man, it's Colin Kaepernick's going to be starting quarterback soon.
Yeah.
Fuck. Do you have any more?
Oh, yeah. We mentioned his name just a second ago. Bingo or bullshit? Actually, we kind of mentioned this whole concept. Dak Prescott is going to pull a Tony Romo. Tom Brady, and not let Tony Romo get his starting job back once he gets healthy.
So I have to kind of preface this a little bit. Based on the way he's playing, I would say bingo. The fact that this team is owned by fucking idiot Jerry Jones, I'm going to go bullshit. Jerry Jones has Tony Romo so far up his butt that he could lose a foot and they're going to roll him out there.
Yeah.
The fact that they didn't put Romo on injured reserve to free up a roster spot tells me that Prescott could have thrown for 10 touchdowns a game and played defense and helped with shutouts every week, and he would lose his job when Romo comes back. And that's just because Jerry Jones is a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
All right, last one I have. It's not football related, but it is something we already talked about. Bingo or bullshit. It is time for the 2016 San Francisco Giants to rest Posey, Pence, Bumgarner, and their big bats and prepare for the 2017 season. Get healthy, rebuild, reboot.
I'm going to say bullshit. They have a week left. Fuck it. Is a week extra rest going to make any difference at all next season? Does it make? I mean, really? He doesn't play. They don't play in 6 games. Is that going to make any kind of difference next year at all? No.
I don't know. Fuck. Why did this? Go ahead. Just.
I'm trying to figure out what you're doing.
It's supposed to be the fucking pay-per-view, and
pay-per-view's over though.
Yeah, but I fucking missed the match I wanted to watch, so we'll have to get back to that. But
so I'm going to say bullshit. I think I already did.
TJ says I want to say bingo, but they're still in the wild card hunt, which I'm surprised they haven't blown yet.
No. You know what? I have another one too.
Go for it.
Bingo or bullshit? Let's say that the Giants are out of the race by, I don't know, Thursday. And Bumgarner's starting on Thursday. Bingo or bullshit? The first pitch to Puig will drill him.
Oh, that's a good one.
Hello.
That's Flair's daughter.
That is?
Yeah. That one right there.
I like that.
All right, so the first pitch to Puig will drill him.
Well, that's not necessarily the first pitch, but Puig
first at bat.
First at bat.
I don't think so because I think that the T-shirt gesture that Puig did, the "Don't look at me" shirt in Dodger blue that was autographed by him, that was left in Bumgarner's locker. Although Bumgarner left it in his locker when he left, I think that Bumgarner's.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah, when he left the game,
I didn't hear that. I didn't know they had given him one.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I think
which
that
I thought was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I really think that Bumgarner is professional enough that he's just going to let it go. Based on the fact that Puig took the time to kind of humble himself a little bit and try to bury the hatchet, I think that'll resound well with Bumgarner, just because Puig is known to be a fucking idiot and he's known to be kind of a hothead. And the fact that he took the step to try to bury the hatchet, I think that'll go over well with.
Do you think he was
Bumgarner.
burying the hatchet, or do you think he was twisting the knife?
No, I don't think it was twisting the knife because the Dodgers had good time with it. They sent over, I can't remember the player that they sent over, but it was a player that was drafted by the Giants who went through the farm system with Bumgarner, who has good rapport with Bumgarner, they're friends. They used him as the messenger to kind of smooth it over a little bit and kind of give the backstory to it. I think that they would have given it to a locker room attendant and said, "Hey, just go throw this in his locker if it wasn't meant to be a positive thing." So I think it'll kind of go away. Now the one in the red hair, Sasha Banks, whew. And then Bailey, the little one in the there we go. San Francisco Giants should rest all their P's if you ask me. Posey, Pence, Pagan, you name them, you rest them. Fuck Pagan. Pagan can play every pitch. They should play him in every position the next week because he's gone.
Yeah, they need to rest him all next year.
Yeah, rest him in a different uniform next year. That's what we're gonna do. I want to see Puig and Bumgarner wrestle at home.
So
plate.
while we're talking about it, do we have time to get into it?
We have 3 minutes before we reset.
Okay, so of the starting 9, the original starting 9 from the beginning of the season,
Opening day?
Yeah.
So it went Span, Panic, Pence, Posey, Belt, Crawford, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Duffy. Well, we'll put
Nunez in there.
Put Nunez in there because he's not going anywhere. Nunez, and then it was Bum batting, and then it was Pagan batting in the 9 spot. So there's your starting 9.
Out of those starting 9.
Why can't I remember that, but I can't remember to put down the damn toilet seat?
Out of those starting 9, who do you want back next year? Who do you want gone?
Who do I want gone?
Yeah.
Pagan.
That's it?
If you could find me a better center fielder, I'll get rid of Span as well. But Belt stays healthy, he's fine. Posey obviously is not going anywhere. Pence is too big of a locker room guy. Crawford you can't get rid of. Nunez, once he gets acclimated to the NL and really starts to get a little bit of a lock on NL pitching, just their tendencies with throwing over, and because he didn't run as freely as he did in the American League, because there's a different dynamic to the pitcher. I think that's a pretty damn good core.
But they didn't hit the second half. They didn't. No, none of them hit. None of them hit when it counted.
So with that being,
defensively, they had issues the whole second half of the season. And I'm kind of playing devil's advocate right now because I agree with you. I don't want to get rid of anybody. But can they survive? Can they get back to where they were with that group of people, or are they over the hill? I heard somebody the other day say that Posey was on the downside of his career.
That's retarded.
Yeah.
So 30 seconds left. I'll touch on that. So your logic is they didn't hit. So we're going to get rid of basically anyone that didn't hit.
Well, that's a whole team.
But on that logic, then we're going to get rid of the entire pitching staff as well, because in the second half, no one pitched.
Well, I was playing devil's advocate. I don't agree with what I said.
Oh, okay. I was going to say.
No, I don't agree with that. No. And if you go back, you know what? I'll wait for you to reset because I'll bring up something.
Yeah, we'll reset Mixer right now. Oh, God damn it. Oh, man, that was a terrible burp. Podcast only. All right, we're back.
So, when we did the Giants, are you all right over there?
I'm fine. Oh, that doesn't smell good, but I'm fine. Sushi.
God.
Oh, that
when we did the Giants preview this year, I pretty much remember saying I was happy with the whole team. The one part of the team that nobody at the time was talking about was the bullpen.
Yeah.
And I was scared of the bullpen from day one.
Yep.
And it played out. I mean, Kruko said it the other day. He said, the one way to help the bullpen is score 7 runs every game.
Yes.
The problem is when they score 7 runs in the 8th and 9th inning, the bullpen gives them up and we lose.
Yep.
So, it really goes on Bobby Evans, the general manager, that didn't go after a big name closer.
And they had a chance to. They had a chance at Andrew Miller, and they didn't want to give up a top pitching prospect. If you really think the team is going to make a run at it, you go after that guy because Miller's not going anywhere. He had club control. Give up a couple prospects, work out some new guys. I don't get it. So TJ brought this up, and he says he's going to write about that tomorrow. He mentioned this on Facebook the other day. Is it time for Brian's impromptu bingo or bullshit? It's time for Brian Sabian to take over the GM role again.
Bingo. I'm not impressed with Bobby Evans at all.
He says the right things. He's a great interview, but when push comes to shove, he's Vlade Divac.
That's a bingo.
Charles Barkley's gonna fucking have that take.
That's a bingo.
You know what I mean? It's like someone. If that comes out anywhere, I'm suing everybody. No joke.
But I agree with you. I mean, he has been. He said all the right things. At first,
bingo or bullshit. Bobby Evans. It's not bingo or bullshit, but what's worse?
Bobby Evans or Vlade Divac?
Bobby Evans going down the path of Vlade Divac, or Bobby Evans going down the path of Trent Baalke? Which one's he closer to? Because
okay, rank the 3. Rank the 3. Okay, let's throw in.
No, hold on.
Let's throw in the Warriors GM.
No.
No, and Billy Bean. Let's throw in the
top 5 worst GMs currently in sports.
In the Bay Area.
Okay.
Rank in the top 5.
All right. So we have.
Who's your number 1?
So we have
number
Bean,
1's easy.
We have Bean, Baalke, Evans, Divac, and who the fuck is the? Doesn't matter who the Warriors one is.
TJ, what's the Warriors
It
guy's
doesn't
name?
matter. He's the best one right now there anyways.
But he is, and he is a good. Joe Latham? No, that's the owner.
No, so Warriors GM is 1. He's the best. 2. Can I do a 4-way?
I was thinking, can we do a 4-way tie for 5th?
Holy shit! No joke. How? It's.
That's not an easy question.
I almost want to go Warriors GM 1, Billy Bean 2.
I think you have to.
Divac, Evans, Baalke.
You have to. You have to go Bean second because he's had success.
Bob Myers.
Yeah. He's had success.
Oh, Doug Wilson of the Sharks we could throw in there too. Well, shit. If we throw in Wilson,
he's number 2.
We could just eliminate Billy Bean because he'd be 6.
He wouldn't.
No, so we'll go Wilson 2.
What are the top 6? Name them 1 through 6.
So we'll go Wilson 2. You gotta go Bean 3. Divac and Baalke haven't done anything to jump Billy Bean because he at least has track record.
Yeah.
And then you gotta go Divac's 4 and Baalke's last. No, I'm missing someone. Oh, Evans has got to be after Baalke. So
why do you? No.
I'm running backwards. It's Evans, Divac, Baalke.
Yeah, but Evans, Divac, and Baalke are like separated by like this.
It's ridiculous. Good Lord, man, that was tough.
I mean, really, we have 3 or 4 horrible general managers in this area. And the Giants, I think, are winning despite it, or being competitive despite their GM. I think you do. I think Sabian needs to get back in there.
Speaking of terrible, let's go ahead and go over Week 3's picks in the NFL.
Wait.
Or NFL pick'em.
Speak for yourself there, Hiawatha.
Okay, so
I did all right.
You did 8.
Yeah, I got 500.
I had 7.
See, you suck.
Who do you have tomorrow night?
I don't know. I'm looking right now.
because I can't see it. Oh, well, yeah, I can. I'm the GM. I can see what the fuck I want. Or I'm the GM. Damn it. I'm the...
You'd be number 3.
Right? Well, shit, based on the way my fantasy teams performed today, I am the best GM out there. You have the home team. You have New Orleans. Okay, so you're going to always be one ahead of me.
Who do you have?
New Orleans.
Oh, okay.
But TJ has 11 this week, right? Yeah, dick. Josh Zimmerman, 9. Greg Rosa, 8. Al Norcal, 6. James Hines, 7. And I'm fucking rolling up the rear with 7. So week 1 didn't register because we started on CBS late. I'll have to go back and look at Yahoo to see where week 1 ranked. Actually, I can pull that up on my phone real quick here.
God, I'm happy with 8 wins. Doesn't that suck?
So week 1...
Give them to me, I'll add them up.
Week 1, I had 10 points.
Okay, so you'd have 17. You got 10 right on week 1?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Let's see here. Weekly performance. Here we go. So week 1, TJ had 10, Al had 8, you had 8, I had 10, Bellingham Niner fan had 10, and I'm not sure what Josh had. Week 2, 9, 9, 8. You must have changed something because you had 9 according to Yahoo, but you only have 8 on.
I think when I switched over, I think I made a different pick.
Okay. And then I've had 7 in the last 2 weeks. So right now, TJ's leading the league with 20 points. If you add in his week 1, we'll figure that out later. 20. You're in third place with 16, and I'm rounding out the rear at 17. Which is
14.
14. Fuck, I wish it was 17.
Getting that much closer to the... I think I'm going to go salted caramel bacon.
Is that what you're going to do?
Yeah.
So it looks like we can't even do next week's picks. What the hell?
Why not?
It won't let me go down to the drop-down menu for next week. It's got to let me do that for next week. Hold on. No, it won't let me. What's the fuck?
No, it doesn't want... Yeah.
All right, well, we're going to do this then. We're going to go ahead and pick out next week's games, and then we'll just go ahead and we'll manually input them in.
Oh, and I want to thank the Cleveland Browns for saving my ass in 2 survival pools that I happened to pick. I'm never doing this again. Never picking the same 2 teams or same team in both survivor pools.
Oh, you did that?
Yeah, it was dumb. Well, one of them I have. It's a 2-strike league.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So.
All right, so week 4. We're going to go do this old school. I'll go through and then I can either
you can put
send them to you or I'll put them in for you.
Put them in.
The Thursday night game, the Dolphins, who snuck away from the Browns, traveled to the Bengals.
So the Browns...
No, Dolphins.
No. I'm saying the Browns snatched defeat out of the jaws of victory.
Yeah, pretty much.
You think that place kicker is going to be on the team next week?
Fuck no. All right.
I'm going... who they play? It's
Dolphins, Bengals.
Bengals.
I'm taking Cincinnati also. Colts travel to Jacksonville. I'm done taking Jacksonville.
Yeah, me
I'm
too.
taking the Colts.
Me too.
Fucking goddamn Jacksonville. The Titans travel to the Texans. I'm going to go with Houston.
I am too.
Houston. The Browns travel to the Redskins. That one's pretty easy. Washington. Seahawks travel to the Jets. Now, this one's a little bit intriguing because the Seahawks now in back-to-back or in alternating weeks have played good and then played terrible. And the Jets have done the same. The Jets started out good, and then they've kind of faltered. I believe Russell Wilson hurt his knee today. I believe Ryan Patrick may have gotten hurt today as well.
He did.
So it may be Geno Smith versus whoever the hell the backup is for the rookie or whatever it was in Seattle. So this one, it kind of goes off different intangibles. And for me, the intangible that matters most is Pete Carroll. And I'm taking Seattle.
Yeah, I'm going to take Seattle too.
God damn it. Buffalo Bills travel to the Patriots. Pats.
Who's gonna quarterback?
TJ.
RTJ's going to quarterback the.
Yep. He already said he was in the chat box earlier. Panthers travel to the Falcons. Falcons play tomorrow night. Carolina looked bad.
I'm going to go. I'm going
to
to go Atlanta.
Really? I'm going to go with Carolina.
I just wanted to pick something different because I know you go Carolina.
The Raiders travel across country to play the Baltimore Ravens, who did not look very good today either. Against Jacksonville, who looked even worse.
I'm going to go Baltimore.
I'm going to stick with the hot hand and go with the Raiders. The Lions, who got trounced today, the score didn't really matter. Second half was a different story of shittiness. The Lions traveled to the Bears.
Oh, Lions. Lions, Tigers, and Bears. Oh,
Oh
my.
my. I'm taking the Lions also. Broncos travel to the Buccaneers.
Broncos.
Same here. The Rams, who won again today, travel to the Cardinals.
They didn't look good today.
Cardinals? No, they didn't. The Bills trounced all over them.
Yeah.
The one week I don't rally behind the Buffalo Bills. Motherfuckers.
Nobody circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bills. I'm going Arizona.
You know what? It's in Arizona. I gotta take
that's
Arizona.
Why I went Arizona.
The Saints, who play tomorrow night, travel to the Chargers.
I'm going to take the Saints. San Diego is hurt bad.
Yeah.
They're getting decimated.
I'm taking the Saints also. The Cowboys travel to the 49ers.
Should we not say who wins, but by how many points they win?
So this is the problem that I'm going to have with this game. The every moral fiber of my body as a 49er fan will not allow me to choose Dallas. It's the same as if the Niners were playing the Raiders. I don't care. I cannot root for the Raiders. So I'm taking San Francisco.
Well, here's my philosophy.
Wins or wins?
If Mike Ditka, in the first time in his entire professional life of picking games, picked against the Chicago Bears last week for the first time
Ever.
He picked against the Bears. I can pick the Cowboys.
All right. There you go. And the Chiefs travel to the Steelers, who we did not talk about like I said we were going to. We'll get back to that game because holy shit.
I know.
Carson Wentz, talk about rookie making some noise, made the fucking Steelers look like aluminum.
And I thought the Steelers defense. I have the Steelers defense and I have the Eagles defense. And of course, I thought I'm going to play the Steelers defense because they'll screw with Wentz and put all kinds of weird schemes up there. So he'll be confused.
So, fun fact, you took Pittsburgh today?
Uh-huh.
TJ and I both took Philly
Wow.
in that game.
Wow.
So, Chiefs travel to the Steelers.
I'm going to go Chiefs.
I'm going to take Pittsburgh on a bounce back. As much as I love Alex Smith, I just don't think Steelers are going to lose 2 games in a row. And the New York Football Giants, who lost today, traveled to the 3-0 Minnesota Vikings.
Wow. Talk about a team that's playing above their head.
You lose your starting quarterback. You lose your starting running back.
Hall of Fame running back.
Yeah. And then you bring in Sam Bradford. And you had a game started by Sean Hill.
Yeah.
And you're 3-0.
And their defense is killing people.
Amazing.
Boy.
And they're at home in their new stadium for the first time on national TV.
Yeah, I'm going to go Minnesota.
So am I. So the picks are in. If you need to change them, obviously you can. I'm not a dictator. I can't make you lock in your picks. I'm just a dick. That's right. I guess I kind of need that. I'm like, fuck it, get it out of here. Let's see. Discuss. What does that say? Tahoe already did that. OCR did that. WWE recap. I don't really think it matters.
I want to see them lose some clothes. Wouldn't that be much better if there was like some?
So they used to do like the bra and panty matches and stuff like that. But now they've turned to the new era of female superstar, and they're no longer called the divas. Now they're just superstars like the men are. So there's not even a Divas title anymore. So they got rid of all the gimmicky like bra and panty matches and all that stuff.
Why else would you watch that?
For that monster of a
God,
dude.
look at her. Ugh.
Nia Jax.
That looks like the Undertaker in a bra and panties.
Right. So let's see. So we'll skip over that. We already did this. Let's do a couple odds and ends. The Sacramento Republic FC host another football team in the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah.
Saturday night.
Yeah.
At Bonnie Field. The Republic FC again locked up first place in their division heading into the playoffs. So they're looking to make another run. They beat Tulsa the other night 4-0. So there's that. So if you have nothing.
4-0.
Sorry.
4-0.
4-0. So if you have nothing going on Saturday night, check out Bonnie Field because it's going to be a madhouse. You see the news out of LSU today?
Yeah, see ya, buddy.
Les Miles and Cam Cameron out. Did anyone see that coming?
Oh, absolutely. There was talk that he wasn't going to make it through the end of last year. They were going to fire him after last year because he had all kind. He brought in Cam Cameron in 2013 or 14 with the number one job of
Orange County Blues. Thanks, Barnbaum. That's who the other football team is.
Oh fuck. The Orange County. Who cares?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
He brought in Cam Cameron.
Oh yeah. To develop quarterbacks and stabilize the offense, and he hasn't done that at all. And so at the end of last year, there was a lot of talk, and he was pretty much out the door. Except I think the president had his back and gave him one more chance.
Thanks, Obama. Oh,
not that president. President LSU. Everybody else wanted him gone. He came back. It was kind of a surprise that he made it back, and he's been pretty much on the hot seat since the first game of the year. So they talked about him getting canned, since, with every win, it was okay. He saved his job for another week. With every loss, he was that much closer. And to lose the way they did last night, see ya. You're out.
Sweet. Yeah, so I didn't see that one coming. UFC last night, Cyborg made her UFC debut.
I think she was already in the UFC.
Oh, you're right, she is. I don't watch UFC. But she just whooped ass. That dude is a monster.
She is.
Unbelievable.
Are we sure she's a she?
That's what I'm saying. So I said that dude is a monster.
Yep.
So there's that. And I want to say thank you to everyone that's been all over our Facebook page. That article about Joel Chavez has been seen by 2,080 people since this morning.
Nice. Did you boost it?
No boost.
Wow.
All organic.
Wow.
Just sharing it through Spartan groups and all the other stuff.
That's a good article.
So there's that. And I wanted to touch on one more thing. So I'm sure, and I don't even want to say this, is like you saw me the burping and I'm just really not feeling good.
Oh, great. I love the way that we do that.
I'm not sick at all. Nothing viral, nothing health-wise. I want to ask you a question. So you've been drunk before?
A couple times.
Right.
A couple decades. For a couple decades. Yeah, I was drunk. Yeah.
You've obviously had a hangover.
Yeah.
Woke up still drunk?
Oh yeah. I used to go to this when I was your age, honey. There was a group of swim coaches that were all about the same age. And we would go to swim meets and either Friday night or Saturday night go out to dinner together and just get hammered. And you don't know how many times at 7 o'clock in the morning I got up to run warm-ups and get ready for the meet, standing on the pool deck, burping up beer. Fucked up out of my mind.
So essentially then you've woken up feeling exactly the same as when you fell asleep then.
Oh, absolutely.
Like you're going to puke, like you're just going to,
absolutely.
like your world's just going to end. Have you ever had that feeling on something other than alcohol?
Well, let's see, 1982.
No, like not drugs, obviously, but like, so let me ask you this. So last night we went to the drive-ins. For those of you that are young and don't know what the hell that is, it's a it's a parking lot where you drive your vehicle and you watch a movie outside.
There's not very many. This has got to be one of the few in the country.
One of the very few left. Yeah. We went to the drive-ins last night, and so you go and you buy your junk food and whatever. Well, I'm sure you saw like online and on the news, there was that Sacramento kid from Citrus Heights who went to Hawaii on a vacation and broke his neck and the beaches. Well, it's one of my wife's friends from like high school. She knows.
Oh, really?
him.
Oh, okay.
So yesterday at Beach Hut Deli on Greenback and Fair Oaks, for the entire day, 20% of every sale went to his medical bills. Cool. So we went there. And if you've ever been to Beach Hut Deli.
Oh, I love Beach Hut Deli.
And you get an extra large sandwich. It's like the size of
extra large?
Yeah.
I can't an extra large. Yeah. I get a medium, and I can barely finish.
So I got the flying pig, which is like cream cheese and bacon and like 6 avocados apparently because they put like the whole avocado. So I got the extra large. Ate the whole thing.
Had you ever been there before?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
you knew what you're getting into.
Yeah. Ate the whole thing by myself and a bag of chips.
All that in a bag of chips.
Yeah. And then we went to the movies. So we're laying there watching the movie. We watched Pete's Dragon and
laying there.
Yeah, we lay in the bed of the truck.
Yeah.
So Pete's Dragon and Finding Dory.
So you took the kids.
Yeah, we wanted to go see Storks, but it was sold out by the time we got there. So we're laying there, and we have milk and cookies and some chips, and my sister-in-law bought some of the hard orange sodas. And
Bites?
No, it's maybe it's Mike.
Something
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I had a sip of that, and I'm like, you know what? I don't feel like drinking. So I opened up a bag of gummy worms. Little mini gummy worms. They're like this big. They might as well call them gummy maggots because they're like little ones, right? I put down like half the bag. And it's like a bag like a big.
I know
So I put down like half the bag of the trolley, whatever's.
Uh-huh.
And the first movie ends, and I get up to go to the bathroom, and my stomach is just done.
No hot dogs or any other
nothing
like that.
I had one lemon Oreo. I had a Snickerdoodle.
Lemon Oreo?
Yeah, they're good. If you want to try one, they're in the kitchen.
Okay. Sheena?
She's listening. A Snickerdoodle.
Lemon Oreo.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Squirrel.
I had a Snickerdoodle and those gummy worms, and I felt like death.
I wonder if your body's not used to eating that much sugar.
It had to be because I'm laying there and I like stumble off to the bathroom, whatever, and I go to the bathroom and I come back and I'm like, oh, well. And I fall asleep like halfway through Finding Dory because by that time it's like on cue. Look at that.
Thank you. Your wife is awesome. Does she have a sister?
She does.
Yeah, she's too young.
So I fall asleep halfway through the movie because, at that time it's like 10:15, right? And I'm 30 now. That's way past my bedtime.
I wouldn't have made it. What time did the movie start?
7:30.
I would have been out at 8.
So I wake up and I'm like, oh
man.
Yeah. I'm like, you guys got to clean the truck up. I'm just going to sit in the front of the truck. And we make it home and I'm laying in bed, and I think I've pretty much told this story before when I did the pig's trough at Farrell's. Remember, I felt like I was going to puke because I had so much ice cream. So I finally make it to like fall asleep, and the dog's laying on me. He like puts his big dumb head on my stomach, and I'm like, oh God, don't do that. That doesn't work. So I wake up at 5 a.m. for work, and I still feel the same freaking way. It's like 5:30. I'm sitting at my desk, and all of a sudden, everything is just like, it's coming up. So I run to the bathroom.
North or south?
Puke, both ends. Sorry, TMI there. And literally, it was the worst hangover feeling I've ever had, minus the headache I've ever had in my life from fucking gummy worms.
I can't imagine that.
Dude,
that had to have been something else.
It had to be something else. Maybe it was something from the sandwich or something, like the spicy chips, that jalapeno chips.
Sounds like you got food poisoning.
Maybe. But dude, it was bad. Like I didn't eat anything all day today until about 4 o'clock when we went to sushi. I was finally able to put some food down.
Wow.
It was terrible, man. So that's why I'm like, I got gummy worm drunk. It was terrible. Like, that's the only thing I can think of that I ate so much of that just destroyed me.
We'll have to tell bad hangover stories. I have a hangover that I didn't get for 2 days after I got drunk.
Jesus Christ.
That was bad.
I'll tell you the worst thing ever. And if you guys really want to have a fun time, try this. Jägermeister and Milk Duds.
God.
We snuck into a movie theater. And I bought Milk Duds, and we had Jaeger. And I was drinking and eating Milk Duds the whole night. When you puke TJ says too many gummy bears will do that for you. The amount of sugar, the
Could
processing of the sugar. And I've been
Could
on this
be.
healthy diet for so long that
Could
the
be,
sugar
actually,
could have just been like detoxing me. And you go to puke up the Jägermeister and it mixes in your stomach with the milk duds. It comes up as motor oil. Thick, chocolatey, with a little bit of licorice, just tar. And that's how I guess we'll end the show tonight.
I was going to tell my.
Oh, go for it. I didn't know if you said next time. So
I can do it this time.
let's go for it. Beer talk.
Okay. So if you ever really want to get drunk, the best way to do it is to mix alcohol, right? That's the worst kind of drunk, right? So up in Chico, and I don't know if they still do this,
Okay.
used to have what's called a bar cycle.
Oh, that's
Kind of a pub crawl type thing.
Okay.
$20.
Okay.
Everybody rides their bikes to a meeting place, and they fill your water bottle up with booze,
Oh, Jesus.
and it's all you can drink.
Oh,
So you start off with, and I still, to this day, this was 25 years ago, and I still remember what I had to drink.
okay.
Start off with champagne in your
I'm puking already because I fucking hate
bicycle
champagne.
water bottle. Okay. Then everybody rides through town. There's probably 300 people riding through town.
Good Lord.
Chico stops for this kind of shit because they love parties.
Well, yeah, it's Chico.
End up at a house, and in a big barrel with a garbage bag, and it's all clean and everything.
Jungle juice.
No, screwdrivers. Just orange juice and vodka mixed up.
It's just sitting in a barrel, just like dunk your water bottle in. Okay.
Yeah. So everybody drinks, and we're getting more and more drunk. And so after they signal, they sound a horn or something, get on your bike, and you ride through town again, and you end up, and it's rum punch.
Oh God.
So now we've started with champagne.
So that's bubbly.
We've gone to screwdrivers.
Bubbly.
Next up was rum punch.
Okay.
Okay, and we're probably there. Who knows how long we're there at each stop, but long enough to have a couple bottles of each one. Get them on your bike again. Now it's more and more accidents as you're going through.
Right.
And Chico, I think it was the fall because there was like leaves. You know how when you rake leaves and you leave them in
They
the
get kind of slippery.
Gutters? Yeah.
Right.
So as we're riding through town, at least 2 or 3 people a time are wiping out on leaves. We end up, and it's Schlitz malt liquor as the next stop in kegs. Now, this is kind of where things begin getting fuzzy for me until we get to the last stop. Wine coolers in kegs. So we've gone. Are you videotaping this?
I'm periscoping.
I don't want this.
Oh, you have.
I have kids. I don't want this.
You have kids.
Yeah.
Because they don't have iTunes. They can't pull up the.
They won't. Well, they won't. But if it goes on Periscope, it will get out there. I don't want it out there.
Gotcha.
I do remember being drug out of the party, heels down, toes up, to my bike.
They still had you ride out.
Oh yeah. Now, do you know where you get that? You get so drunk that you can only see about 2.5 feet in front of you.
Oh yeah.
Okay, try riding through Chico.
Never been to Chico, but okay.
Well, Chico's like, I don't know, like the Fabulous 40s, basically.
Okay.
Where you can only see 1.5 or 2 feet in front of you. And got back to the place. I was staying with Bellingham James. And he had to go to work. So I was kind of on my own. He said, don't worry, there's a key underneath the mat. There were 4 keys underneath the mat. None of them worked to his house. So it was, I remember putting the first key in, and I threw it. Second key, and I
tossed the keys.
And I'm slumping down, and I'm getting lower and lower because I had to reach up higher and higher. Finally just said, fuck it. Fell asleep on the front porch. James comes home. Do you think that he would, kneel down and get me a towel or something to clean myself off with all the shit that's... No. He went next door, got a hose, squirted me down with the hose, and then threw a towel on me and said, when you get up, come on in. And I sat there for another hour just laying in cold water and leftover puke.
God knows what else is in there.
So I woke up the next morning, and I had that feeling. I was still fucked up. stayed overnight there, drove home the next day, and about halfway home, the hangover hit. And for 2 days, I was just feeling like shit. So I had a delayed hangover of 2 days on 5 different alcohols.
So I'll leave it with one more because this is kind of fun. When my wife and I first started dating, we went to a Halloween party. And by the way, we started dating. Saturday will be the 10-year mark of when we
One of these days, I want to hear
became official.
One of these days, I want to hear the story of how you guys got together and met.
We met via Cruising Sunrise with a car club.
Did you really?
Yeah, me and her ex-boyfriend at the time both had the same car. So we're in a little car club together. And the 22nd, actually, just a couple days ago, was the 10-year anniversary of our first date.
She was seeing somebody when
we were friends. We were like real good friends for about a year and a half or so before her and her boyfriend broke up. And then
you pounced.
The day that they broke up was the 22nd of September. And the night of our first date was the 22nd of September. We went and saw Jackass 2. That was 10 years ago, just a couple of days ago.
Wow.
And our official start of our relationship, when we actually made it exclusive, is 10 years Saturday.
So
the 1st of October in 2006.
So you basically were non-monogamous for like 6 days.
Yeah, but we spent basically every waking minute of those days together as it was anyway, so it really... But we made it official on the 1st.
Did that have anything to do with any of your drunk stories? I mean, were you...
No.
No, really? She was sober?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then we were pregnant with Natalie in December. I proposed to her... Like I said, we were friends for about 2 years.
Okay.
So I proposed to her on December, I want to say 8th.
So you guys dated about a month and a half.
About a month and a half. And then the following week, we found out she was pregnant with Natalie. And then we were married in April. That was 10 years.
Wow. And they said it would never last.
A lot of people said it would never last. Let's put it this way. Things happened so quickly that at our wedding, her dad's speech started off with, well, I don't really know Greg all that well. Or, I'm sorry, we really haven't known him for all that long, but... but anyway, so one of our first dates was a Halloween party at a friend's house. And that night was Jaeger bottle in one hand and Bud Light as the chaser.
Ugh.
The whole night. Just every picture of me dressed up like Superman in a full Superman outfit. Jaeger and Bud Light. That was a bad night. But no, so the worst hangover that I've ever had, and we'll end the show on this one, was last year. No, 2014. My 10-year high school reunion. We went out to Fire Rock, the restaurant, and because the owners at the time, one of my classmates was their son who was killed in a car accident a couple years earlier. So we had it there to honor him and honor the family there. And obviously drinking like a fucking shit show. And then we went over to Stinger's. And then from there, we went back to a friend's house. And I ended up puking.
I think I remember that.
I ended up puking in in their flower beds in their front yard.
Nice.
And I texted them the next morning to apologize and offer to come clean up the mess. Or it was like later on the day. And it turns out that they woke up and the side gate was open to their house and their dog was in the front yard cleaning up the mess for them. So there was that. But that day I was so hungover that I literally laid in bed the whole morning. I couldn't even lift my head off the pillow. And I had promised the girls the day before that we would go to the state fair that day.
Fireworks! That wasn't fireworks.
No, that was Wrigley Field.
Oh, darn.
So
still my favorite thing of all time.
It's the middle of summer. It's June. So it's like 165 degrees outside because we live in Sacramento. And it's like 11 and they're like, Dad, it's time to go to the fair. And I'm like, all right, fine. So I try to sit up, doesn't work. Crawl to the bathroom, pee, try to get dressed. And I'm like, fuck, we gotta go. So I literally crawl from the house to the car, into the back seat, lay down flat on the back seat. We took 2 cars to the fair because her mom was going and a few other people went. Laid down on the back seat, and we went to In-N-Out because that's like the ultimate hangover cure. And they're like, I ordered like 2 double doubles, and it's just Sheena and her friend in the front seat. They're like, who the fuck is this for? They look at the back seat, I'm laying there like spinning. Everything's just spinning. Get to my parents' house. Sheena brings in the food. Oh, that's what it was. The girls were still at my parents' house. That's why we didn't have the kids, because they stayed the night there for the reunion. Crawl into my parents' house, lay on the couch, eat the stuff, and I finally start feeling a little bit better to where I could at least sit vertical. And then spent 14 hours at the fair. It was like 10 to midnight or whatever it was, and hated every minute of my life because my head. And then you walk through the midway, it's like clang, 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 beep, 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 beep.
And there's no shade at the state fair.
No,
and
unless you're in a building,
and you're in blacktop, so it's. If it's 110 outside, it's 150 on the midway.
Worst day of my life. And the kids were like, let's go on rides.
Is that the one where you have the video? Is that from the video of you and somebody else? Was it Will maybe that are busting Sheena's balls for going on rides that you didn't want to go on?
No, it was me and my buddy Jeff. That was this year's fair.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, no, that was all bad. So yeah, plenty of drunk stories. We'll have to start doing. We could have Barn Bomb tell a story next time where he drank like he had a fireball shot one time.
No.
Yeah.
I was there. Really? No, was it? No, I saw it on video.
Yeah. And then at Sheena's birthday, 2-3 weeks ago? Well,
that's the one that's one I saw.
Yeah, on video. That was a sake shot.
Oh.
He actually did a fireball shot at a tailgate.
Really?
Yeah.
I want to get him drunk.
It doesn't take much. It's like 2 shots.
I know, but
Mike starts getting fucking silly, dude.
Does he really?
Oh yeah, they got him hammered on an LA trip to a Kings game in LA. Yeah, it's a good time. So Mike, think about the dinner at Golden One Center.
Wait. Stall first, just a second.
And we'll try to figure out what we're gonna do about the food there. So you could say, so there's 7 deadly or 7 sinful whatevers, and you could pick 3 of them.
This is just the YouTube video of it.
So you could pick 3 of the words. We'll have them printed out for you. We'll text them to you, and we'll make sure you get them. But Mike, if you can come on and
okay, here are the 7 dirty words: shit, piss, fuck, cunt, cocksucker, motherfucker, tits.
Nice. So Mike, you could pick. So hold on, go again. So we'll take out the C word.
Shit.
Yep.
Piss.
Yeah, that one's out because that's dumb.
Fuck.
Hold on, let me write these down. So we have shit, fuck.
The C word.
Yeah, we're gonna take that out.
Cocksucker.
That one's okay.
Motherfucker.
Motherfucker.
And tits.
And tits is dumb. So Mike, you gotta say shit, fuck, cocksucker, motherfucker. And if you do that, we'll buy you
dinner at the arena.
Dinner and a soda or a water. Like, we'll get you a full meal. Or if you don't want food, let's say the meal costs $20, we'll get you a $20 equivalent in the team store. We'll figure out what the meal you want is, and if you don't want the meal, we'll do
$20 will buy him a lot at the team store.
It's all right. He'll get a sock.
One
to wash his mouth out for all the naughty words he said. All right, guys.
Has he responded at all?
He has not said a damn thing. I think he's just like in the corner, just
in the fetal position.
There's no saying the bad word. I can't even think of corrections for those.
Hi, this is Mike.
I love you, Mike. Oh, TJ, man. Oh, God, I don't even want to talk about drinking anymore. All right, guys. That was season 5, episode
banana
3.
Banana milkshakes and salty French fries from Dairy Queen. That's ultimate in hangover food.
Mike's listening. He's just like fuming at us. He hates us right now.
Is he? What'd he say?
He just said I'm listening, but I can tell he's just like seething. He's like, these guys, the FCC. Stop it.
He's breaking out in hives right now.
Yeah. Like,
break out the EpiPen. Break out the EpiPen.
What are they gonna do? Our luck too, and I would give Mike full credit for this. My luck, because right now it's TJ, Mike, and one elsewhere. It's like the program director for some local station that's like, oh, we should give these guys a shot.
Yeah.
And he turns it on. We're like, piss, fuck, no. And they're like, how do you end this? Like, stop it right now.
Full disclosure, we're just doing this because it's on the internet. If we ever get hired on the Real Radio, we won't say any of these words.
Right. We'll say fudge and stuff.
Mother, father.
All right, guys. For Greg, I'm Greg.
Good night, Larry.
Oh, man. Good stuff.